Hey guys, and in this video, I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to use the look section in Scratch. In this video, I'm going to show you to use the look section in Scratch, which allows you to change the character's looks in any way, shape, or form. Let's get started. For this tutorial, we have our regular sprite, Scratchy, and our special guest, the ball. No, Scratchy, there's no time for playing. I'm sorry, we can't play ball. Let's get started with these 4 blocks. The say and think blocks for a certain amount of seconds is our first block. We can have the cat say hello. Wait, that's the ball. We can have the cat say hello or think for a period of 2 seconds. The say has a speech bubble, while the think has a thought bubble. We can adjust the text it says and for the amount of time, like this. These next 2 blocks are a bit similar to the say and think for 2 seconds blocks, except that they don't have a time limit. They keep on saying it until you tell them to say something else or to stop, like this, or like this. To tell them to stop thinking or saying something, just drag out the correct block and put in a space, like this. If a sprite has several costumes, which we can see in the Costumes tab, we can change its costume with this block. Let's switch the costume to Costume 2, or to Costume 1. With the series of correct blocks, we can make the cat look like it's running, like this. This isn't the best animation, but there's other ways to improve it. But that's the subject for a different video. We can also use the next costume block, which makes things a lot easier. We can do the same with the backdrop. Let's switch the backdrop to Arctic once. We can also use the next backdrop. Unlike the switch costume, the switch backdrop has 3 extra values: next backdrop, previous backdrop, and random backdrop. The random backdrop, well, produce a different random. We can also set the size of a certain sprite like this. We can make it shrink or grow. Now that's big. By the way, there's a limit to sprites, depending on the size that they were created in the Costumes tab. We can see this in action if we select this checkbox. As you can see, it's set to 540 even though we set it to 1000, so there's a limit. We can also change the size by a certain number, like this. Next up, we can change the effects of the sprite, which is really cool. We can change the color, fisheye, whirl, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, and ghost. If you want to clear all the graphic effects, just click Clear Graphic Effects. You can set or change, just like the size block. Next, we can show or hide the sprite, like this. Now, the hide block might remind you of the set ghost to 100% block. They do the same thing to the viewer. However, there's an exception with sensing. When we hide a sprite using the hide block, none of its sensing can be used. For example, we can't tell if the ball is touching the cat if the cat is hidden with the hide block. Here, I can prove it. Let's go to touching, and then sprite 1. It says it's false. But if we use the set goes to 100% block, then it can tell, like this. This can be useful in many different situations, so make sure you use the correct one for what you want to do. We have 2 more blocks to go, and this is where our ball comes in. No, Scratchy, we don't have time to play ball. We went over this already. You gonna stay in that position? Okay, fine, I'll deal with that. In fact, that's perfect for our topic, layers. We can have the cat go to the front layer, which makes it go above everything else, or the back layer, which makes it go behind everything else, like this. We can also have it go forward or backward a certain number of layers. Finally, we have 3 input values: the costume number or name, the backdrop number or name, or the size. And that's basically the whole look section. Thank you for watching this video. If you like learning how to use Scratch, hit the subscribe button. Watch out for my next video. Be there or be MC squared. See ya.